welcome back to the world of guitar. I'm with Mark Cosgrove, the great Mark Cosgrove, flat picker. Mark, what would you like to play for the audience?
We're going to start off with an old tune called Forked Deer.
Okay. Some funky country playing.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things, I think, in my style.
Yeah.
Some country.
Some country, okay. As I listen to that, you can't help but to smile and feel really good. It's just...
Well, I'm glad it has that effect. That means I've done my job.
Yeah, it sounds great. Let's introduce the players with you,
Sure.
Mark.
I'm fortunate to be joined by two great players. Larry Cohen on bass.
Larry, thanks for being here.
And
Sounds
Peter
great.
Lorch behind me on rhythm
great,
guitar.
Peter.
Also a fine singer, which you won't get a chance to hear tonight, but...
Okay, some other time. Okay.
Some other time, perhaps, on the world of singing.
As I'm that's after this show.
Yeah.
As I listen to you and watch you sitting here, you're flawless. You're one of the most articulate players I've had the opportunity to hear. Tell me a bit about your background when you started to play guitar.
Sure.
At what age?
I was about 8 or 9 when I got my first guitar. It was a big nylon string. And, you know, it was the Beatles and the Stones and Hendrix. And as I got into my teens, I discovered the Byrds. And at the time, the Byrds carried a guitar player named Clarence White, who's since died and is my all-time favorite player. And his electric guitar playing just really stunned me. And then I listened enough to realize that he played acoustic too, and sort of started digging, and discovered Doc Watson, Dan Crary, other giants of flat pick guitar, and I really just jumped in high school with both feet. And also was fortunate enough to have a high school teacher who was a fiddler. And he kind of, every time I'd play something, he said it stunk. And that, you know, you better try to clean it up a little bit. And he was actually a really good influence.
Yeah, that's great. So, you, from an early age, you were listening to country or country-influenced players.
Yeah, I was, and then, but certainly rock was a big part of my life. You know, I loved Clapton, still do, and all the great rock players. And then jazz is something I admire a little bit from afar. I try to play it. You know, guys like Larry, we fool around with stuff and I pick up what I can, but I'm not like you. I don't have that big vocabulary of jazz.
Yeah, but you have that ear that everyone wants too.
Well, yeah.
And the technique's phenomenal.
Then out of high school, I joined a pretty hard-working bar band, and we played a lot of kind of Commander Cody and
Okay.
swing and shuffle-based music that had Telecaster style,
Okay.
which I still love.
Mm-hmm.
I still play a Telecaster.
Okay.
And I started to really sink back into playing a lot of flat picking when I joined a Philadelphia band called the Lewis Brothers, which made 2 records, and we did pretty well. We toured Europe and were fairly well received. And then I started trying to compete at flat picking, which is an interesting thing to try to do. I don't look at music as competition, but as a goal. I discovered about the National Flat Pick Championships out in Kansas, and I heard you could win a guitar if you were first, second, or third. So I went out there in '87, and I competed, and I thought I was pretty high on myself. I thought, well, gee, I'm a pretty good improviser. I can probably walk away with a guitar here. You know?
You were young too.
Well, fairly. And what's young, Bob?
Between 20 and death.
Yeah. But anyway, I really had my eyes opened up to what that national competition is like. It's very, very high level of preparation, and the arrangements and the musicality of it was way more than I was prepared to come up with. And I